Good morning, guys. How you all going? I hope you're all doing well. On my way out again today, do a bit of ferreting, and got a few ferrets with me. I've got Rip back out again today, so he's coming out again today. I've got old Grace out with me today. She hasn't had a run in a little while, so we'll take old Grace out. We won't work her too much, but we'll give her a run through the burrows. I've got Trixie as well, and I've got all of the kits. So I've got 8 kits, and those other 3. Still not sure where I'm going to go. There's a spot I haven't had a look at for a little while. I might drive past there. It's nice and early, and I'll get there just on daylight, and I'll get to have a bit of a look and see what's around that particular area. So I'm not sure where I'm going to go today. So we'll just do a little bit of exploring, some number checking, and then I'll decide. I'll probably do a few burrows. So a little bit of exploring today. It's not all about the ferreting today, but it'll be nice to get out and about nice and early and listen to the orchestra of nature and enjoy what I do. So that's the plan for today. I have got a new kit that I got off Graham when I was at his place last. He picked up a couple of ferrets and 2 little Jills, and he took one and I took one. So haven't got a name for her yet. She's very much in the same type. She's the same sort of type as Trixie's kits and Ryan's kits. They're very similar in type, all of those kits, in some way, shape and form. But they're all. She's a very nice type. I almost brought her out today, but she's still just a little bit too young. I'm also getting that young kid off Marlin, probably within a week or 2, out of that long doe, and Spike is the father of those, so I'm looking forward to that as well. Okay guys, that's enough from me. I'll get there. I'm going to have a bit of a drive around, look around, and then I'll decide on where I'm going to go and what burrows I'm going to do. So yeah, that's the plan, guys. Alright guys, I've come out to Mick's place and Chris's place, and there's another bloke across the road whose property I do. And I've had a bit of a look around. The sun's just starting to come up, and there is a few here. They've bred up a little bit again. There used to be hundreds along this fence line, but Mick pulled all the bushes out, and they've run, looks like a partial new fence there. But they tore all the bushes up here and knocked the numbers right down. But they're starting to breed up again a little bit, and Mick grows loosened, so right on where I am at the moment. There's a burrow in here. It's got a few in it, not many, but all of the burrows that I just had a look at with the spotlight all had a few sitting on them. When I say a few, not many. So I'll drop the long net around this one. You can actually purse it up, but you do normally better when you long net this one, because you normally get a couple running out at once. But we'll probably get 3 or 4 out of it at least. All right guys, I'm going to set the long net up. It's a perfect opportunity to work a few of these kits, and we'll see how we go. So we got a long net going around this burrow here. Hasn't got a lot of holes. Did see 1 or 2 run in here. It wasn't many, but it's been dug out a bit. It's a little bit bigger, this burrow, harder to net. Goes in here, and when this had a big bush on it, I lost Stumpy in this burrow, so I know it. But looks like it's got a few in it. I might do this one next. And there's burrows all the way along here, and they'll all hold a rabbit or 2. They won't have a million, but they'll have a rabbit or 2. This particular paddock, there's a burrow straight across here. It's always got a lot of rabbits in it. That's Andrew's place next door. He's got an orchard, and we do his property every now and again, but there's not a lot you can do there without 2 people. Alright, so I'm just about to drop the ferrets in. I'll get back to you in a minute. As you can see guys, we had some issue with the camera speed. I've done the best I can to slow it down. Not really sure why it happened, but please excuse the lack of volume. I'll put in a bit of background music. And we did catch 5 rabbits out of this burrow. Ryan's kits work extremely well in the burrow, and it was very enjoyable to watch them. And it's a bit of a shame that it didn't all come out on video, but there's always next time. Bo just bowled another rabbit. There he is there. So he got it to move eventually. Mine. Surprised that Grace didn't find it, but like I said, she's not the ferret she was. That's enough. I had the camera off, ready to gut the rabbits. Just kill this one. And there's Bo. Back down. Move. 5 big rabbits out of there. Camera's been knocked over by the dog. Yeah, so 5 big rabbits. But they did good, didn't he? The other ferret came off it, and he got it out on his own. You'll probably find he'll come out now. There he is. Back down. Alright, he's finished. Done a good job, mate. Alright, there you go, 5 rabbits. Those ferrets did really well in that burrow, didn't they? So Bo was off on and that happens sometimes too. Like Bo could have been in a dead end, and the other ferrets just don't find it for whatever reason. Happens a lot. That's why when we say, you'll hear people say they never get them all. Because your ferrets do miss them, believe it or not. Even your best ferrets, they miss them. I've seen it time after time where you'll have your best ferrets in, they'll come out, you'll run other ferrets through and they'll find one, even your best ferrets. And people can say, oh, you know, my ferret never misses or whatever. I beg to differ. I've heard all that sort of stuff before, but take it from me, guys. Look, I'm running 20 ferrets from 5 different lines. And if you had a ferret that never ever missed any, I would know. But they do, even your best ferrets miss them, so take it from me. The people that say their ferret never misses, not everyone tells the truth, let's just say that. Or they don't know any better, one of the two. But that's my experience and I'm just sharing it. So take it for what you will. Alright guys, I'll just cut these rabbits and get them in the esky. Bit of a burrow out in this lucerne paddock here. I haven't seen it before. It's only got a couple of holes on it. I don't think there's anything in it, but we'll give it a shot. We'll run the ferrets through and see how they go. I doubt if there's anything in it, but you don't know. They can move in and out. Comes in there, looks like it comes out there. Could be another hole somewhere. Watch them fleet. Just put Bo through as well. Well, just clear. I'm just clearing it to say, because it's right in the middle of mixed lucerne, and if there's anything in, I just want to get it out. Dog heard something, I think. Comes out of there, it's in trouble. Oh, there he goes. Hoo. Get him. He's got him. But there was one in there. He wants to kill it first. I'm just going to grab it in case another one comes out. All right, mine, go get him. There's one out. There might be another burrow just there, I'm not too sure, but I'll have a look. And there's Bo out now. I think they're all out there. And there you go, nice quick one. So we got Sissy and just Sassy. We're just waiting for Sassy. There she is. Dot, 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 dot. Nice, quick and easy, guys. So I'll start working Trixie and Graham's kit now, and Legs' kit. These have had a couple of burrows and they've done all right. They've done well. So that's good for Mick, and they're eating now. And what I've noticed is we didn't just get these half a dozen rabbits. They've also the pregnant does they're killing, and the kits that are in the burrow. Now I've got 2 pregnant does today, and so those kits aren't going to be born too. And if you're Mick and you're growing lucerne like this, mate, every rabbit you can get rid of is a bonus, because they do eat quite a bit of lucerne. All right, guys, get back to you once I'm set up on the next burrow. Okay, guys, I've finished setting up on this burrow now. Bit of wire there. Get that out the net. I had to clear a bit of stuff out of the way to put the long nets down without picking up too much debris. And these type of burrows actually suit this system. There's probably a few too many holes to purse up, take you too long. It's a bit easier just to put it around. You couldn't possibly use a ground net. You see these bushes that he got rid of 6 months ago, 7 or maybe a year ago. The box thorns, they've already grown 2 feet. They're coming back. So unless Mick keeps on top of them, they're going to grow back, and this will go back to how it was. This was all box thorns with burrows through it. So you can see how big it is. It runs all the way down to that fence, and it runs all the way out to where I've got the long net at the other side. So it's probably, you know, it's 50 yards long by 25 wide by 50 on the other side, and I've left a bit of it out, so you know it's big enough to work a few ferrets through. I'm going to drop in all of Trixie's kits. So we've got 4 of them that are going to go in. I don't know how many rabbits will get out of here. I didn't see any run in this one, but you know that little one right next door had 5 in it, so I'd be surprised if there's nothing in this. And as you can see, it looks like the rabbits have been digging it out a little bit. A lot of footprints around it. Comes all the way out to here. So we'll start the ferrets up here. And I'm not sure if it goes on that side of the fence. Mate, it's possible because I can see some burrows over there. And that paddock there is full of burrows as well. But I think Craig owns that. I can't remember his name, but a lot of box thorns in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's start them up this end of the burrow, and we'll work our way up as we go. 1, 2. Sure, there was one out here. We'll put one up here. Probably that looks like it goes out and over there. 3, 4. So those 2 went to ground straight away. There goes Buffy. Right, so they all went to ground straight away. A little bit of a shame. The beauty of Cass was when I had her, which was that pit bull. For the ones that have been following me for a while, they know that I had a pit bull that was I used to use for rabbiting. She was an excellent marking dog. These running dogs that I've got now, they don't have the same ability as her when it comes to marking. Geez, they're working good, them ferrets. So I missed that. If she stopped on a burrow, you were 100% sure that you were going to get something out of it. Well, 98% sure. But these dogs just aren't quite as, their percentage of marking is nowhere near that. Oh, there's one. Fleet's got it ran straight into Fleet then. He just stopped and waited for it to come over. That was brilliant. Fleet chased it. Fleet seen it coming. It just ran straight into him. It was probably going to try and go down there. Good boy, mate. Looks like a pregnant doe. Or could be a buck. It's fat if it's a buck, mate. I'll let you know later. Number 1. And there's Buffy behind it. Good start. Oop, there's another one. Bolted 2. They come out here somewhere, so we'll find. And there's Xena right behind it. Back down. It's going mad looking for it now. Just these big rabbits, mate. Big rabbits. Got a big high dadded on it, this one. See that big lump on its side there? That's a high dadded. So you know, look, I normally I'll just cut them out and feed them to the ferrets. Two. So they've started well, them kits, haven't they? Look at her, she's going mad. Back down. They look like Buffy then. Back down. Happy in their work. Stand over here so it's better for the camera. There goes another one. Woo, 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 woo. Back down. So that was whoever that is. It's either Xena or could have been Cooter, I'm not too sure. Too far away. So they've bolted 3 out already. You could afford to run 6 or 7 ferrets in this burrow easy. There's Cooter. He's worked good, he's worked from all the way over there. Now he's over here. And we'll drop him up a bit further now. If he lets us. There's Mick. I think it's Mick putting his bins out. Cooter. Back down. He keeps going the way he's going. He's going to be something, that ferret. I really, really like Cooter. He'll be getting moved into the breeding program. Look, he probably already is. He's a little bit longer in the body than Rip. And Rip's his dad, but they're very similar in type. Very, very similar. He's a lot like Rip. He's a little bit better looking, but as he gets older, he'll get buffier. He won't be quite so slender in the face and the head. He'll buff up a bit. All the bucks do. But he's looking to go down. There he goes. Cooter. Back down. Jeez, he's working. See how fast he is through the burrows, mate. He's unreal. He runs through them. He just runs through them. He moved from there to there in about a second, mate. Just flew over. Back down. I want to try and move him up now. I think they've covered this little section here, and we'll start to work that way on the burrow. Normally you get a lot in here where the burrows are in the wire. All right, he came to me, that's good. Let's move you up here a bit, mate. Have a look up here, there's a few more up here, buddy. Don't worry about that. Let me go down here and have a look, mate. Straight to the ground. I love the way his attitude. You put him down, shakes and he runs. Came out, ran around, came out, and he'll go back down. Just let him go. He's in the wire over here. Oh, dog heard something. There he is. Look. Oh, look at him. Get him, get him. He looks like he's got mixo. Oh no, he's been chewed up by the ferret. Mine. I thought he had mixo, but he hasn't. He's just been chewed. Look at that, by the ferret. So you can see them, geez, I made a mess of him. I just seen a ferret come up then, who would have had a hold of it. That's where it came out, and I seen the ferret come out behind it and then run back down. But look at that. Geez, are aggressive tricks, these kids. It could have been Nisha, I'm not too sure. But she's really good too. It just came up there. Let's see if she comes back here. Look at that. Geez, I made a mess of it. When it first came out, because of all the dirt in its eye, I thought it was had mixo. But then I looked around its eye, it's all been bitten up on that side, and on this side it's been torn up. I've had it by the neck. So that's number 3. They're bolted 4 and we've caught 3. Big rabbits, mate. But gee, did she make a mess of that, mate. And that was one of the jewels, because Cooter's right up over there. She just about killed that rabbit. With the way that it was bleeding, it would have died anyway. I'm surprised it got away from her. So the kit's working well, aren't they? And we've done less than, there goes one, hoo, 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 down. See that? So whoever this ferret is, it's pushing a few, and it almost killed one. You'll see her come out after it in a second. There she goes. Just went past. Oh, there's 2 of them. The 2 jills. Look like Nisha and either Buffy and or Xena, but definitely Nisha. I've seen Nisha. They were together, those 2. Right together. They ran past. Hope it comes out in the camera. I'd really like to be working more than 4 ferrets in here, and I can put the other 3 in, but I want to just see what these kids can do. You see, they're very hesitant, the rabbits, aren't they? They're hole hopping and they're hesitant. Oh, there's one. Got another one out. Look, there's a ferret right behind it that looks like, is that Nisha? Dot, 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 dot. Look like Nisha. Oh, here she is. Dot, 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 dot. Not sure who it is, but she come out looking for it. Good dogs. So they're pushing a few out of here. We'll just kill this rabbit first. There it is, that's Nisha. Oh, just push another one out, Nisha. Fleet's caught it. There goes Nisha. So Nisha and Xena, So we're getting a few out of this burrow, aren't we? Good dogs. Bring him to me. Come on, come. Come, Fleet. Good boy. Good boy. Right. The dog's caught catching a couple as well, that's good. I've lost the count of how many we've got, but it's 10 or 11. 10, 11. I think it's 11. There's Nisha. And there's Zena. Both doing good, aren't they? Here's a little niche. Dot, 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 back down. So they're working really good. There's Buffy. You can tell that's Buffy because she's got a thing on her chest. And Cooter's up here somewhere. There he is. He'd be chasing these rabbits round and round in circles on his own, but once I move these ones up, they'll push them out too. Because they're not bolting straight out, they're actually a bit hesitant. The ferrets are actually having to bite them a bit to get them moving. Seen that by that one that come out. Running in circles a bit. We'll drop him in over here. Back down. Going good, mate. I'll drop you down over here. No, they're looking there, mate. Straight down. I'm just about ready to drop the other three in, just to give Cooter a hand, because he's on his own trying to push them out of there. They're running in circles. I'm actually going to do that now, I think. Hoo! He's got one out. Bang! Jeez, he must have flew after that, mate. Good boy, Cooter. Mine. Good dogs. A lot of sticks in this burrow now. In this net, a lot of sticks in this net now. Working very well, these kids, mate. One of the jewels is out up here. There's two of them then, I'll say. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got a dozen rabbits so far. But this will be good. What I'll do over the next few days, or the next week, is I'll work along this fence line and clean a few up for Mick. We won't get them all, but we'll put a hole in them, you know. And then we got that fence line. There's a few burrows along there. And out the back there's a bunch of burrows as well, so there's a few around here that bred up a little bit since last time I was here. So we'll endeavour to clear a few out for him. I haven't done a burrow here yet. Even that little one out there had one in it. And that one you don't normally get a lot out of. And this time there was a few, so they've bred up here a little bit. Sounds like someone over there doing a bit of fencing. So just look, these ferrets, these young kids keep going. They're still pushing them, so they're doing the job. A few hawks coming around. There's Nisha. She's very entertaining, Nisha. She's like Storm and Trixie. She's always dancing. She's always dancing. But she works good. I like that anyway. It's always good to have a ferret or two like that. They're very entertaining. Fun to watch. They make you laugh. Cuda hasn't shown his head in a while, so he might have caught one. That looks like a bit like Xena. I can't tell Xena and Buffy apart until I get them together. That's Buffy. Yep, Buffy. The other one was Xena. Right, we'll move Buffy up here too. Different part of the burrow. Whoo! Bang. So that come out just here somewhere. So Kuda's, oh look, there's Nisha got that out. Nisha and Xena together. So they pushed that out. Nisha was the first one out. So we'll credit that to her. You're in trouble, mate. You got caught up in two nets. I got here on daylight and I didn't see any on this burrow. I only seen a few on that first burrow we did. See Nisha there, that's Nisha. Heard me? Nisha and she's there happy in their work, mate. Alright, come on Nisha, we'll move you up too. I'm just moving them forward now. Bang, down like a rocket, mate. So I think it's only Xena left in this section. And they probably join. I was going to add the other ferrets, but here she is, Xena. Bang! Came out just here somewhere. So we'll drop her in there, straight down. These ferrets are working unbelievable, mate. This one's all been bitten up on the eye too, look at that. So they're really hoeing into him. Look at his eye. Very aggressive, these kids, mate, very aggressive. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from the ferrets we bred, the kits we bred this year, guys. You can see the improvement over the last few years in the ferrets that we're breeding by sticking to the priority trait system and introducing the new blood. But the new blood you introduce, the ferrets that you're introducing with the new blood have the traits that you're looking for, and you see that in the working ability of the ferrets. And you bring out other working lines and you get to compare a little bit. You can see But at the end of the day, I won't have to say anything. I'll just let people watch the videos and they can see what I can see. And then they think back on the things I talk about, prey drive and all these sorts of things, and you start to begin to have an understanding about what type of difference it makes. I already know, but I'm just trying to point it out so you guys can start to run it through your brain. And I mean, it's not rocket science, but you know, if you, and I say this a few times, if you've got burrows that are full of rabbits, you could run a guinea pig through there and bolt the easy ones. You could have a ferret with no prey drive. As long as it runs through the burrow, it'll bolt them rabbits because they'll bolt easy. But the other ones that run in circles, unless you're using aggressive ferrets that have high prey drive and will bite them straight away, they just won't bolt them. Looking for them now. There's Xena and Buffy. But you get ferrets like Tilly, who was very, very ordinary early on. She's an absolute savage now, mate. So you can't really judge them. You always reserve your judgment until your ferrets have done a bit of work and they're at least a year old. Then you can make an assessment about what their potential is going to be. But at this stage, any one of the ferrets that I've got, any one of the kids could end up being the best, and I've seen it before. Here goes Buffy. Real good on his feet. Dot, 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 dot. She's been chasing one, so I'll drop her back in up here. She's definitely been chasing one. I'll drop her in here. Bang, straight down. And we'll move them up a bit now too. Really good to watch these kids pushing them out the way they are. All of the kids have performed well this morning. Ryan's kids bolted half a dozen out of those two burrows, and these have pushed at least half a dozen out of here. I can count them, 7 or 8 now, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 so far. And they were pretty aggressive on a couple of them to get them moving. And we'll probably get a couple more out of here. If I get 10, I'll be happy. I'll be more than happy. Cooter's probably caught one. God knows how good these ferrets will be when they're 1.5 years old and they've had a year's work behind them. But they're looking good. They're looking really good. I was saying that to one of the, well, actually one of the guys on social media was saying that to me the other day. And when he said it, I thought about it and thought, yeah, mate, you're right. For such young kids at this age, they were born in 31st of October, mine were anyway, and Graham's were about the same time too, Nisha. Cooter was 2 weeks older. See how good they're working, mate. Is that Cooter? Yep, Cooter and Buffy. Haven't seen Xena for a little while. There she is. Is that Xena? No. I'll move her up. Up, 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 up. No way, mate. Back down. They're working a tree, don't they? They're all starting to come up now. So we'll move them up a bit. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Right. That's Buffy, is it? Buffy, yep. Don't bite me. She turned her head a bit then. She didn't bite me, she just turned her head. So we got this end of the burrow too, so we'll drop one in there, Buffy in there. Bang, bit of a shake and off she goes. And we'll drop another few burrows over here. There's that one. Used to be one here, but it's covered over. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to grab Trixie and Rip out, and I'm going to stick them in. Only because I want to give them a run. You stayed out here all day, you could probably get 30 rabbits easy. Trixie. Grace looks really tired. She didn't really do that much, but she's getting old, you know. Like, she's only brought her out to give her a bit of a run. Right, Trixie Gill and the Ripster. Put them down the same hole. Trix, Rip. Off goes Trixie. Rip's saying, oh, what's going on? What are you doing, Rip? Just having a look around, mate. And off he goes. Real worker. 2 out. It's starting to come up a little bit. Back down. But they don't have the stamina of a bigger ferret, these kits. Once after they've done about an hour, they start to slow up and come up a bit. That's just the level that they're at, the stamina level. You don't have to give them much of a break before they'll go again, but after an hour, I can tell they start to slow up a bit. They'll still work, but they slow up a little bit. That's either Nisha or Zelina. Pop, 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 pop. Seen it. Back down. And they did pretty well, the young ferrets, didn't they? All of them did really well. Geez, he's got some rabbits over there. They put some fresh piles of dirt and they've already got burrows in them. And they're not even 6 or 7 months old, them piles of dirt. Haven't spotted Trixie or Rip since I put them down. Surprised. I'm not surprised. There's another burrow just there. There's a lot of burrows in this paddock here. The only problem with it is there's also a lot of 3-corner jacks. But you can see one just outside the net over there. Oh look, here's these must join, because that's actually no, I dropped her down, didn't I, Buffy? That's Buffy. There's Trixie. Back down. I'll just show you anyway. Right next to this burrow is another big burrow. See it in here. Goes in there, comes out over there. See, look at all the footprints on it. See all the footprints? And that stretches all the way out to there. It's a pretty big one, but I'll do this one next. Maybe not today, but next. I'll just show you how far it goes while the ferrets are a little bit quiet. They've pushed most of them out of there. See how it comes out all the way up here. Comes out into this paddock here. Big holes, big deep burrow. Look at all the footprints on there. Look at that. So there's a few in here. Look at the footprints. Goes in here, keeps going. It's real big. Keeps going. And it goes right up to that tree there. I'll show you. Keeps going. Keeps going. It stops about just where the tree is, if I remember right. Yeah, it stops about here. And then there's another burrow just on the other side of that tree, which is similar again. And they just go all the way along. But it wasn't that long ago, I put a bit of a hole in them, and I stopped coming because I wasn't getting that many. So I thought, oh well, we'll let them breed up a bit. And they've certainly done that. So they've slowed up on this burrow now. We might get one or two more. We may not. We'll see. But there is a lot of free corner jacks in that paddock and along here. It's not so bad along here, but as soon as you venture out there and do them burrows, the dogs are crippled. Right, I'll start to pick these ferrets up now, and I'll just let the older ones work. That looks like Nisha. Dot, 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 dot. Back down, mate. Cooter. Dot, 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 dot. Pick him up if I can. I doubt it. Dot, 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 dot. Dot, 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 dot. Oh yeah, let me pick him up. Good boy, Coot. So we got Cooter back. Have a drink, buddy. Starting to warm up a bit. Put them in the shade. I'll drop Grace in, give her a run. She might probably enjoy it. Come on, old girl. If you come back out and all that, I'll pick you up. Come on, old girl. Here you go. Dot, 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 dot. Trixie's right over here now. She was right over there. And I haven't seen Rip since I put him down. Zena. Back down. Geez, hasn't Grace slowed up? Look at her, mate. It doesn't take them long. Once they start going downhill, they go downhill fast. It's only been a year since she started slowing down. And she's at walking pace, mate. But they still enjoy it, like they still like to get out and have a bit of a... She's still aggressive. So I think we've caught 18 if I'm right. I could be wrong, but I think it's 18. 6 before, and what did I say was over there? A dozen. Was it a dozen or? I can't remember. I don't know. I never count them. I always just. I was talking to a bloke the other day and was saying about talking about numbers and speed. I said, mate, I haven't been about numbers and speed for many years. He asked me how many we got when we were in, when I went away with Graham, and I said, and I honestly didn't know, because, you know, I just didn't know. I said somewhere between 50 and 100, which is probably where it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 and 15, we've got 15. Because we got 6 before. Put these in the shade. $15 and counting. Probably might get 1 or 2 more. But I am going to start to pick the ferrets up. Might just get the this cage. Got lion's kits in there. Probably sleeping now. Oh no, they're not sleeping. Thought they would have been. So when I come, I'll just continue to go down this fence line. He's limping now too. Give me a look, mate. Oh, look at him, look at this. I'll show you this, and look at that, guys. No wonder he's limping. You're limping, mate. And when it's real bad, like out in the paddocks out here, not only do the dogs start limping, so do your ferrets, because they roll down into the burrow, and when the ferrets stand on them, it discourages them from working. And it's noticeable. It's they don't want to go down the holes. Right. Nisha. Little niche. Work good, girl. You work good, girl. So it's still got Cooter and Zena, Rip and Grace. And then I'll gut them rabbits and go home, pack up the fishing gear and go do some fishing for a couple of hours. I've caught enough rabbits for one day, you know, I've got 15 or whatever it is, that's enough. You could continue on and probably, you know, get another 10 or whatever, but they're always going to be here tomorrow. The ones that are in here now are really stubborn. Probably got their head in the corner and refuse to move because of all the activity above ground. But I lost Stumpy in this particular burrow, which is Trixie's mum. Stumpy had a stumpy tail, just like Trixie. And Grace was Stumpy's mum. So it was Grace, Stumpy, Trixie. Stumpy come out of a male called Fred, black-eyed white. And then we put Dozer over Stumpy and got Trixie. For the people who remember Dozer, he was a ferret that I got given to me, and when he was probably the most savage ferret, and when I say savage, towards humans, that I've ever seen in my life. But he wasn't like that for long. He ended up being really friendly. Dot, 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 dot. Here's Grace. Dot, 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 dot. Good girl. Good girl, Grace. Did you have a good run, old girl? Did you enjoy that? Come on then. We'll start separating these ferrets where they got to go. You done good, girl. We've got Cooter over here, haven't we? Move. Yeah, Cooter. So we want Xena out of there. Trixie. And Grace can go in there. And Rip when I get him. So we've got Cooter, Buffy, just Xena to go. Xena, Rip. And as you can see, we're using the kits a lot more frequently now, at least twice a week. Trixie's and Graham's kit and Lags' kit I try to use 3 days or 3 times a week, if I can. And got to put on your foot, girl. Come here. There you go. 3-corner jack in her foot. Bloody things. See the ferrets haven't come up. They've caught one. They're on some in a dead end, or they've caught them. Because none of the ferrets are coming up. There's a lot of burrows in that paddock, but a lot of 3-corner jacks. There's big burrows out here. Another burrow there. Now there's Grace. Back down. Is she going back down? No. I'll just watch her, see if she wants to get picked up. Dot, 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 dot. No, she wants to keep going. Oh no, she doesn't want to get picked up. Just seen something here. I'm not sure if it was a ferret or a rabbit. Ferret. Dot, 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 dot. It was either Nisha or Xena. Haven't seen Cooter in a while. Dot, 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 dot. It's coming out now. It's Xena or Niche. Looks like Nisha. Still working though. Dot, 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 dot. Back down. Not interested in coming up, are they? And I'll pick them up now because look, if you keep working it, you'll push 1 or 2 more out of it. But they're really stubborn now, really stubborn. And Rip is nowhere to be seen. I did see Trixie before, and I've seen Grace before. But I haven't seen Rip since I put him down over there. I'm just going to check her feet. It's limping a bit. Let me check your feet, girl. Let me check your feet. Oh, look at that. No wonder she's limping, look. What about this? Look at this. Look at that. That's why they limp. Sometimes you think, geez, them dogs are running slow. You'd be running slow too if you were running across them. They weren't running too slow out there. That's Nisha all. Jeez. Rosina. Dancing around, so I'm saying Niche. She's a bit of a dancer. But she's worked pretty good. She's worked all the way over here now, which is the end of the burrow. And still working. Good job, girl. Oh, dog heard something. Zip sound, it looked like she heard something then. Oh. See her looking. Might have been a ferret. Yeah, Grace. I'll pick Grace up now. And there's another ferret out with her. And they've both gone back down. I don't know who it was, but it wasn't Rip. There's Rip. Back down. There's Grace and oh, I just walked and the whole burrow collapsed on me. Then look at that. My whole foot just went straight in there. And I got me a handful of 3-corner jacks. So that wasn't very nice. Wasn't enjoyable at all. It just collapsed right underneath me. I was just walking over there and that just banged straight down. Look how deep it is. See a ferret out right up here. Pop, 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 pop. Looks like Trixie girl. Pop, 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 pop. Pick her up if I can. Nothing in there, girl. Did you get them all? All right. Yeah, see all the ferrets starting to come up now. I'll start to pick them up. Buffy. They're all starting to come up. I've seen Rip before he came up. So we got Trixie back. There's Buffy. Right, we got Buffy back. Wind's getting up a bit now as well. Got all the ferrets back. I'm still gutting them. I've gutted a few and got them in the esky. A lot of young ones inside the does. It'll live here, I'll keep that. So a few of them are pregnant right now, so they're breeding up. You leave these for another 6 months, their numbers will explode, mate. But fortunately for Mick, I'll go right along this here and clean a few out, and going to get quite a few pregnant does. You're never going to get them all because out here I'm not doing any of this paddock, and they'll breed up out there and come back. So, but at least it'll stop a fair few of them getting into his lucerne. It'll save him a bit of money, so that'll make him very happy. Okay guys, said it before, say it again. Whatever you're doing in life, make sure you enjoy, because it goes past just way too fast. Alright guys, I've left Mick's place now. I went for a bit of a drive around out there just to assess some numbers, and it looks like they've bred up, you know, quite a bit on his property. And on the way out I was going past Fred's place, who's out here, and I spotted a couple of rabbits on a small burrow over there, and there's another couple of small burrows here, and Ryan's kits haven't really done all that much, so I thought it's a good opportunity while I'm here to just go over there and throw down a couple of purse nets and see how they go. So I'm going to do that. And so I'll just throw down a few nets. There's not many burrows in here, but there's one down the back there. It's got a few rabbits in it. Even now I can see one sitting outside it. And there's a couple of burrows here. There's this one here what the dog really likes. So we'll give it a go, guys. A little bit of bonus footage. I wasn't going to stop, but I may as well now I'm here. Alright guys, I only had 9 purse nets with me. I could have put the long net around. It's a bit of a lucky dip where they're going to run out. But it was only an opportunity to give these young ferrets a little bit more work. So they've had something to eat. They've had a bit of a rest. And it's a lucky dip where they'll run out. It is, I don't know, probably 30 holes on here. It's not very big, but it's got a lot of holes. Big ant nests there on it as well. But there is rabbits in there, I've seen them. So, geez, that's a likely hole, isn't it? I'll drop them up this end first. But there's definitely rabbits in there. I do have Trixie and that over there in the box. I brought them just in case. But there is definitely rabbits in there. Boat. I should actually drop these other ferrets in. It's big enough. They're up that end and I'll put them in this end. Well, I'll put in Rip and... Look, I'm not going to work Grace anymore unless she... Oh, look, I'll put her in. If she comes straight back out, I'll grab her. She doesn't have the stamina she used to have, so... Put her in there. Use some big holes, a lot of holes here. One in there. Rip in there. Right, so we got 6 ferrets in. Back down. Fix this net. Grace is hunting well. There's Trixie, is it? Yep. So they've worked right from the other side of the burrow over to this side. Look at that pop hole there, mate. Can't even see that. Back down. Xena up there with Trixie. Is there. Back down. Let's see if they can find it. A lot of holes, as you can see. I didn't see many run in it. I'd seen about, I don't know, 2 or 3. Zip's acting like she heard something. Definitely. Trixie, Grace. Back down. I think once they find them, they'll come out pretty quick. Hopefully. I haven't done this particular burrow for about, geez, must be 3 years. But it doesn't normally hold many. Only when they breed up a little bit, you'll get the odd 1 or 2. The first time I done it, it had a few in it. There's Grace. Grace looks like she's working good. Still looking to go back down. Race, back down. Hoo! Hoo, 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 hoo! Got him. Jeez, good catch, Fleet. Bring him to me. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Bring him to me. Bring him to me. Good boy. Good catch, buddy. Watch him. They come out the middle and Fleet picked him up, didn't he? Good catch, Fleet. Not sure who chased it out. Because if they all head that way, you notice Fleet now, his injuries have healed up and he's a little bit quicker than he has been. He's been carrying a couple of injuries lately, but you'll notice after the last few videos, he's pulling up to them again pretty quickly. So his injury's feeling a little bit better. There's Grace and Nisha. Bow and Ripper. Grace looks pretty fired up. Back down, back down. Oh, I thought I just heard a bolt then. Dog heard it. Look. Oh, look at the dust over there. A lot of dust, mate. Ferret came out, straight back in. Look at the dust. So they're onto one over here somewhere. Hole hopping. Well, it's not hole hopping, it's just running in circles. But whoop, there it is. Into the net. Good dog. Good dog. Who's right behind it? Bo. Mine, Fleet, mine. Mine, Fleet. Oh yeah, he's grabbing them now. Look, there's Bo, just starting to grab them. It's good. We were pretty lucky, picked a net. There's 3 ferrets here. Rip, Bow, Sassy. Well, that's about what I've seen run in there. Let's see if they can find any more. I've got a ferret climbing up my leg. It's bloody Rip. Rip Van Winkle. You're playing, mate. Hey, you're playing? So where'd them rabbits go? Oh, the dog's heard something over there. Could have been a ferret. Rip back down. Came over to say hello, was jumping up on my leg playing, and then shot back down. There goes Trixie. Rip and Sassy. Rip, Sassy and Trixie. Covered a bit of ground, Trix. I'll put her right up the other end. Back down she goes. Move Rip over here. We'll move Trixie over as well. Oh, Trixie shot back down. I'll start picking them up soon, guys. I've cheaped the objective. I thought I'd come over here and bolt them 2 out. There might be more in there though. There's Bo, back down. Grace. Little lizard there too. There's Rip. He's looking for somewhere to go down, having a bit of a sniff. Really uses his nose, Rip. Just let him go. Down he goes. Rip, try that. Down he goes. There's Bo. I will start to pick them up now. Here's Grace. I think this burrow's done. What? Grace not convinced. Back down. I'll start to pack these nets up in a minute. So that's definitely going to be it. So what do we end up with? About 17 for the day. Not a bad effort. So I'll pack these nets up, pick the rest of the ferrets up. I don't think we're going to get any more. I'll put the camera on if we do. But if we don't, whatever you're doing in life, guys, make sure you enjoy, because it goes past way too fast.